Vishuddha Throat Chakra. Element ether. Energy type energy of sound vibration. Sound the mantra Aham. Musical note G or soul. Symbolic animal elephant. Metal mercury. Color light blue. Complementary color blue. Endocrine gland thyroid, parathyroid. I communicated personal truth, communication, verbal sharing, listening, self-expression, the ability to pass on what one knows to others, prayer, music, singing, policy, professional rise, relationship and situation that affect the workplace, taking responsibility, power of sound and speech, being the center of communication in all its form. The fifth chakra is also associated with the faculty of receiving and creativity of any kind, artistic, literary, musical. For artistic creativity and for aesthetic in particular, we must also consider the second vortex. It is connected to the first chakra. Linked physical organs, respiratory system, bronchi and lungs, throat, pharynx, larynx, upper part of the trachea, ears, nuca, mouth, teeth. The chakra also controls the lymph glands. Physical correlation, respiratory disorders, bronchitis, asthma, cold, sore throat, cough, pharyngitis, laryngitis, ear disorders, labyrinthitis, mouth and teeth problems, thyroid imbalances, psycho-emotional correlation, difficulty in communication and verbal expression, not in the throat, inability to express one's truth and creativity, fear of not being understood and not liked, tendency to avoid interpersonal contact by withdrawing into one's pride so as not to suffer rejection from others, tendency to lie, body positioning, anterior chakra on the Aman's apple in man, on the corresponding craze of the neck in woman, back chakra, lower part of the nape, front aspect. It concerns expression and communication, but also the ability to take responsibility for one's actions and beliefs. Since it is a very young energy center, anterior chakra of odd number, this vortex performs function of masculine type, active, and is connected to the fears of throwing out what one has inside. The malfunctioning of this chakra can indicate the fear of suffering the criticism of others without knowing how to face them and without being able to react with diplomacy. The inability to come into contact with others through communication is therefore also reflected in the disharmonies of this vortex. It is extremely important in creative activity, in oratory, in singing, in teaching, and in all those occupations in which personal truth and values must be manifested externally. The condition of this chakra informs us of the ability to let others know what we know, in addition to our value and our personality. Regarding the profession and the work environment, the anterior aspect of the laryngeal plexus reveals the way in which others see us. how we present ourselves, the impression that we keep silent, and the possibility we have of being appreciated. Finally, he points out the nature of relation with colleagues and the desire to improve professionally. Posterior aspect, it reflects the ability to receive. The relationship of the posterior aspect with the professional field, with the work environment, and with colleagues show tendency of a more receptive type. We will therefore refer to this chakra to study the image of the person as of himself. Safety and insecurity in knowing how to carry out one's profession, and also the satisfaction that one derives from it. In the presence of this harmonic motion, we can trace the pride with which the subject tries to mask the lack of self-esteem in professional matters, which can lead to victimization. Moreover, we can trace the fear of failure in this vortex. Through Vishuddha Chakra, thoughts, ideas, and concepts coming from the other individuals, from other dimension, from other aspect of being are assimilated. Therefore, the modality and quality of learning refer to the fifth posterior chakra, as well as certain type of contacts with the spirit guides, verbal channeling, or the notion that the individual learns penetrate through the posterior chakra to then move on the anterior aspect, verbal and conscious, where the subject accepts the advice he deems appropriate and eliminates those unsuitable. The fifth posterior chakra, therefore, symbolizes the forge in which, by introducing material produced by others, one's own truths are forged, which the anterior chakra then released to the outside. If this chakra is weak, the person could be influenced by the options of others without being able to carefully evaluate them. On the contrary, if the chakra is strong, it will be able to count on the ability to open with discernment of the information coming from the outside. The therapy of this chakra is fundamental in the case of subjects who are affected by the negative influence of external entities.